All right, posture or positioning. What is this? This pertains to how you come across, whether it's on video, whether it is on the phone. I personally suggest that number one, and I talked about this on another video, as far as the psychology of the salesperson, the center or the closer. And one of the things that I suggested is dress for success because you're going to feel the part. I can't be in my underwear posturing myself and pretending that I am an expert or that I'm going to help someone, and I'm just walking around with my underwear that I didn't change this morning while I didn't take a shower, right? So dress for success, be clean, be on your best behavior, because that's going to be psychologically help you. That's going to help psychologically, to be able to get this done. So how you come across makes all the difference, whether you're setting a deal, whether you are closing a deal. I want to talk to the setters because the problem with setters is since I'm setting for this company, and since I am the first line of defense at the bottom of the pit, I'm a nobody. Again, change to the psychology of the person setting, right? You are everything. You are the most important door to that person going through into a company. If you can impress the hell out of someone, you just being the setter, and imagine their opinion about everything else that's behind you. So I do not want you, for the light of God, that you think that you are a meaningless, insignificant part of the process, because if anything, you are the most important part of the process. You're not the absolute, right? But you are a very, very important part of the process. And that has to do with posture. Now, how do I make balance? How do I balance out the fact that I am the setter and impresses people with my professionalism when I'm not the one who's going to tell them, right? Give them all the technical information. At the same time, how am I going to get them to believe me that they need to qualify for this? Very simple. You're not going to blame it. The only thing that you're going to blame yourself for is for being the most ethical person that you know. I'm very ethical with how I do my work. I am a perfectionist, and I have to get this information. That's what I've been told that I need to get from you. And if I don't get this information, I'm sorry, but they have told me that I am not to allow you through. Now, you're probably not going to use that terminology. You're probably going to be a little more sensitive about. But I've had, as a setter, I've had people tell me, I want to talk to your closer. I want to talk to your senior director. I want to get to the person who knows the stuff. And I said, yeah, I absolutely get it. John, but don't call him Mr. Call him by their first name, all right? Yeah, I get, don't call him the nickname, right? If there's John, don't say Johnny, all right? Because that now is belittling the person's character. I realize that a lot. It's, hey, call me John, right? Or Chuck, or whatever, Bill, or whatever, right? So I said, hey, Bill, I understand you want to talk to the senior director. I'll be more than glad to talk to him, but there are certain guidelines here, and all I need to do is just take some information from you. The thing is, I'm a very ethical person when I do my job, and I want to be right on point with what I've been asked, right? Because I am responsible to the people that are trusting me with doing this. Boom, we're posturing, right? You're posturing and positioning yourself as someone of character. You might be the first line of defense, but you're not going to allow them to just handle you and dance circles around you, all right? So very important, okay? Maintain that level, right? So your job is this. You have 15 seconds, guys, okay? 15 seconds to do the ladder swap. All right, customer or prospect. And this is you. If you stay right here, not good. All right. If you stay right here, they're gonna manhandle you. Right. So your job is to yank him down, boom, and get yourself up here. Now you're here in customer or prospect. Is right there. Customer here when you call. When you call, probably said this before, you have a big disadvantage. You're someone they don't want to talk to you. So since you have that disadvantage, you've got to quickly get them within 15 seconds to know who they're talking about. Guys, the owner of that or your boss, whoever is running the show for your offer, for the offer you're selling, will probably agree with me 99.999% of the time. Some people are just not good. Because if you're charging, if the investment for the program is about $15,000, $20,000, $10,000, $8,000, chances are that person's going to be involved with the organization for 6 months, a year, right? Do you really want someone you convince to pay you whatever amount of money to be a pain in the butt? Nobody wants to do that because they're going to ask for a refund. You're going to have to return your commission. Merchant accounts don't like that, so nobody's going to chargebacks or whatever. Nobody wants you to put through someone who's just going to be difficult. It's okay if someone is being difficult, but reasonable. Someone is unreasonably difficult, we get them out of the way. Posture is having strong character, convictions of what you do, that what you're doing is right, is correct. And then you're trying to help these people. That's what posturing is. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about takeaway next. I talked about rapport. Now I'm talking about posture. I'll talk about takeaway. And in another video, I'm going to tie everything together so I can show you how to flow and how to create. Because a lot of the times, posture, rapport, and takeaway are things that you're doing at the same time. They're not just something I do first and then second. No, I do that at the same time. So I need to kind of smash it together so you guys understand. Catch you on the front.